Welcome to part 2 of how to get most out of your web hosting. Today we want to dive deeper into how to get the most of the web hosting, looking at the cPanel. And we just dive deep and start right now into this video. For those of you who are new to my channel, very welcome. Let me give you a short introduction of myself. I'm working in IT for 20 plus years and really learned a lot, and IT gave me a lot, and so today I want to give something back, especially make IT more popular if you don't use it that often, and showing people and showing you how you get most out of IT, how it helps you in your life, and how you can grow using IT. So like it, use it, and grow personally, because it can help you a lot and give you a lot also when you do this on a daily basis. So if you're new to this channel, very welcome. Please make sure that you subscribe down here and hit the bell notification. This will inform you about new videos that are coming up, and it helps me getting this channel growing and keeping this channel alive. So thanks very much for subscribing. Right, let's dive directly into this. This is part 2, as I said earlier. If you missed part 1, it comes up in the suggestions just here on the top. So make sure you check it out there for part 1 if you missed this so far. In part 2 we will now check out the cPanel and what you can do with the cPanel on your A2 web hosting. Let's dive straight into this. So here we are right after your login. This is your login page. This gives you a quick overview about what you ordered, what you have so far, if you have any open tickets, and so on. We won't dive deeper into this. We go straight to the cPanel. This is where you're managing your server and where you get all the information. Just click here on the cPanel and we will automatically end up here. This is your dashboard with all the information. What you have to see, it's already quite a lot. So we start by really the very first basics what you want. After you set up your domain and got your domain connected, you want an email. So we scroll a little down and here you see the email section. We have a firewall, email accounts, email forwarders, routing, and so many more things. We'll get into this later on. First, we start by setting up an email account, which is basically then your email address. So these are the accounts that I already set up so far. And here we can add a new email account. Enter the account name. This is then the name. For example, if we want to set up the info at wedeserveit.com, then we just put it here. Domain is wedeserveit.com. Create a password. Make it difficult. Use capital letters, small letters, special characters, numbers, and here you see also the passwords that you created, if it's strong or not strong. You can also auto-generate a password here, but just make sure that you remember the password or note it down somewhere. Then you can repeat the password, or you have to repeat and retype the password. On the mailbox quota, which is basically if there's any limitation to the mailbox in size, how many megabytes you want to allow on your mailbox. I personally would advise to put it to unlimited. and then you get a welcome mail how to set up your email client afterwards on the connections. Then create account, and the account is then automatically created. I won't create this info account because I don't want it. I don't like the info at email addresses. This is I don't like it. So, and that's basically it. Just repeat this process. If you want to create more than one email address, it's always the same. On the emails account, no, we don't want to save this. On the email accounts, you see the accounts which were created. You can access them by webmail. You see the quota. You see password and authentication settings. And you see connect devices. Oops, this is not working. And you see connect devices. You can also delete the email account in case you have, for example, any employees that are leaving that had an email account. Here you can delete them. When you click on connect devices, here you see how to configure your email client. And this will open in a new page. And you see it for all kinds of applications. Windows Mails, Microsoft Mails, Mac OS, Outlook, and here you see what you need to set up and how to configure these. So if it's not on auto discovery, you see how to set up an IMAP or POP3 account. Usually I would recommend using IMAP instead of POP3. And this comes up and here you get the downloaded automated setup. This is really nice and cool. So now that we created an email address, I think we can continue to the next steps. So for the emails, you just here on the access webmail. If you don't want to use your Outlook or email account, if you want to use a webmail account, you can configure this easily here. And then it shows up here and it shows you your emails, whatever you received. Pretty simple and easy. Good, let's go back to the cPanel. Here we were on the email account. Now going back to the dashboard. Okay, let's check out the dashboard. First, we have the file manager here, which is basically like an FTP program, so you can access your files really and see the directory structure of your web server, what is there and what is already set up. You can edit the files as well. But you should know what you're doing in case you want to do some changes. We have a web disk here, which shows you how much space is used and how you can access this. And if it's on read and write, read only, and you can manage the web disk. Pretty nice and important tool is the backup wizard. You should back up your data on a regular basis. At least, I would say once a month, better once a week. And depending on your business, how much data are coming in from customers and clients, even on a daily basis. For the images, here you can do you can check it out, but you can change images, you can create thumbnails from the images that are on your hard disk already. You can scale it or convert it. Actually, I would prefer using a proper tool like GIMP, which is free for working on your images. You can set up FTP accounts in case you need to access your server via FTP. FTP is basically if you want to upload or download files from a FTP client, WS FTP, FileZilla, or anything else, if you want to upload your files directly to the server. Most of the time you wouldn't need it. We got a server rewind here, which is pretty useful and helpful in case you made any changes and you want to reset your server, or you want to restore databases. You lost files. You can restore your files here, and you see whenever they were backed up, and you can restore certain files. This is really nice and very helpful, because it happens more often than you think that you do changes that you want to undo later on. On the directory privacy, you can protect a certain folder with a password. So for example, if you have files that you just want to share with certain people, you give them a username and password so that they can access this directory. On the disk usage, we see how much space is used. You see here on mine is not a lot, but you can see how many megabytes are used. Not necessary, but a nice and some nice information that you get. Okay, let's continue. Probably the next most important thing what you want to set up a website. It's either going to be WordPress, for example, which is a portal or CMS. CMS is for content management systems, or a forum, image gallery. You want to manage advertising. You just want a page for doing some AdWords. You have project management, e-commerce, ERP systems, which are enterprise resource planning. So your content management, or even your accounting and similar things. Let's take a look. They all look pretty much the same, but let's take a deeper look to the portal and CMS systems. So here you have lots of CMS systems which are available and pretty much ready to use for your purposes. We got Joomla, which is a content management system, pretty popular and famous. We got lots of other things. Open Real Estate if you want to make a real estate website, and lots of more CMS systems. You see the description and what it's like always here written below. What I like about it is that you can demo these systems. So let's check on a demo for Joomla. So here we got the Joomla page. You can log in here with your user. You see demo user, which is admin and pass, and log in. So you're administrator right now, and then you can just edit and test this tool and see if you like it. Here you can edit this page, and you just see what the handling is like. Yeah. The nice thing about what I like about CMS systems, so here you can do your changes, you can add images, page breaks, create a link, remove links, and so on and so on. You can change the text here, you can change colors, you can add smileys, whatsoever. So then when it comes to publishing, what I like about the CMS systems You can set a status, like when to publish, and if it's featured, you can set a start date and an end date. For example, you have some pages that you just want to go online at a certain date. There might be some campaigns that you're running, or for example, you want just to create some Christmas or New Year's wishes. Then you can prepare it beginning of December or whenever you like, and just say publish it on the 31st of December and finish publishing on, let's say, 15th of January, if you just want to have this page online for the first 2 weeks of the year. So this is really something nice about it. You can check the language. Usually you stick with one language, but if you have multiple languages, if you need your website in, let's say, Spanish and English, you can have multiple languages here. And then you have a description of this page and keywords. These are important points for Google and for any other search engine, so that Google finds you faster based on the description and the keywords what you are publishing, and gives you a better ranking on Google, so that people who are interested in the products you're selling or the topic you're putting your blogs about really find you on Google, and that you're not lost somewhere. So same like this you can do with all the other tools here as well. Some took quite a time to load, I found out, but it's really worth if you want to test it. So let's get back to the dashboard. Similar to what we had on portals here, you can set up wiki pages, you can set up calendars if you just want to publish specific events. You got your project management, which is more or less an internal, but you can also publish your project management, or gaming, whatever you like, and then you can just check this out. And here you see these gaming things. I'm not so much into gaming, so that's why I cannot really give you some more details about this, but I'm sure if you're into gaming, you find out yourself easily. Also the same with e-commerce and any shop sites. This is something you might be more into if you want to sell. Let's check this quickly. We got also lots of shops here. And you also see for all the sites and then all the applications that are there, also the rating. And for example, this one has a rating of 4.82 out of 5 from 2,481 votes, so nearly 2,500 votes. 4.82 is something that you really should check out and consider using for your web shop. Same on PrestaShop, 4.51 out of 2,500 votes. So you can demo these tools and find out which is best for you. So that's it in regards of the application. So far, if you have done all of this, you've come quite a way, because you've set up your web page, created your email address. So basically, yes, you're on, and you can start your business or your blog or whatever you want to do. Here it comes in the billing and supporting, which is in regards what your communication with your provider, or here in this case with A2. So let's get to the databases. if you need to create a database, and this means if you are on databases, you are already a little deeper into these websites and then web programming and coding. But this is also pretty quickly done. So here you got a wizard which creates a MySQL database for you. We can do this quickly and get a quick overview on what it's like. Let's call this database test1. It has the username, let's call the user Frank, and the password. Don't make it too complicated, otherwise I'll forget it later on. Create a user. No, we don't want to save this. We give this user all privileges. And we are done. That's that easy and quickly. So now if we want to check out the database, we log on to phpMyAdmin, which is the administration tool for MySQL databases. So here now we see all the databases that are already there. Here we have this test1 database, and now you can manage this. You can create tables, and within the tables you can create the fields and columns, whatever you need to do. Give the table a name. This is table 1. And we go ahead and have a new table, and then here we can give the fields names. We start with an ID, which is an integer and is auto-incrementing. Yes, go ahead. Then we have fields. Let's call this name. It's a character field or number field. Length 64, and we got a name. We got the age, which is an integer field, so a number, and we have, let's say, date of birth, which is in the date field, and let's keep this simple and save. And we have a new table, which can be later on then filled via your web application and so on. But this is then a little deeper. Maybe I do a course about this, but for this moment, this is all about it. Just to show you, yes, here I can manage my database. So let's get to the next section, which is search engine optimization and marketing tools. So here you got some links if you want to use marketing tools and then search engine optimization. Basically, yes, to get a better ranking on Google and Bing and all the other search engines. On the next section, you can manage your domains. So here we will look deeper into again. We have to start with, if you don't want to use any of the applications, you just want a very simple website, which is just a one-pager. You can simply create a website publisher, but I don't want to use this here right now. I don't want to change my domains. Anyway, let's get back to the domain. So here you can publish domains. If you want to create subdomains. For example, like myproduct.mydomain.com, or in my case, if I want to create a new subdomain, for example, let's say marketing.wedeserveit.com, then it's just marketing. Document root is automatically set, and then you can create your subdomain here. It's a pretty popular feature using this, or if you want internal information, so you can just use intern.wedeserveit.com or intern.mydomain.com and so on. If you want to redirect your domain, if you think, okay, I just have this domain here, but right now I want to have this redirected to some page that's some marketing page that is hosted somewhere else, or I already have a different website, or if you want to redirect it to any subdirectory, you can do this here on these redirects. DNS zone editor, this is also a little more technical related, but if you want to change settings on your DNS, is the domain name server. If you want to do changes here on the records, you could do this here, but be very careful what you're doing here, because your domain might be unreachable pretty quickly. So let's get back. So we were with domains. So this is about the domains. Email we were already talking about. Let me give you some more details now about emails. You can set up autoresponders. For example, if you have an info@ email address, or if you're out of office, you can set up your autoresponder and send an email saying here, thank you for your email for the info address, or for out of office replies. I'm out of office for the next 2 weeks. Please accept any delays in my response, and so on. So you can set it up for all domains or just for specific domains that you are using. Going back to the mails, you got authentication, which is nice because it makes your emails a little safer, so that your mails are not marked as spam from any other, unless your content is spam, but basically you as a sender are not marked as a spam sender. We have encryption, which is a nice tool, but usually you don't encrypt your emails unless you're really communicating with someone who also has a key to open your emails and read it. If you want to know more about encryption on emails, just leave a comment or drop me an email and I will reply to this. Yeah, but then we have, for example, email forwarders. So if you have the info email address and you want to forward it to 3, 4, 5 people within your company, you can easily add email forwarders here. Then you got email routing and email filters. For the filters, you can set global filters or for your personal. For example, if email comes from a certain email address, you can just reroute it to a different subfolder. And you can create your own email filters. So if I want to set up filters, create a new filter for my email address, filter name as test. If from contains at google.com, at google.com, do the following actions: discard message, redirect email, fail, stop other processing, deliver to a certain folder, or pipe to a program, and so on. And then just create, and then it's done. I don't want to do this now, so that's why I'm going back. But you see, it's pretty easily done. So anything else about emails? Well, here on the address importer, you can import addresses that you already have, and it makes things much easier. If you have from your Gmail account or anything else, you can import these addresses. Here on the metrics, you can see how many visitors you had on your website. You got statistics. You can create your own error page. For example, if somebody calls a page that doesn't exist, giving them a nice error message instead of these 404, which is the default one. You can see your Google rankings. Well, if you start a website, it's probably pretty low at the beginning, but you can check it month after month, see how your page is growing. Now for security, on the security section, we have this auto install SSL, which is really helpful and useful, and you would also need it to get a better ranking on Google. And it's just a couple of clicks to install it. No problem on this. You can block IPs if you say, okay, this IP is spamming me, it's putting stupid comments on my blogs and so on. You can block certain IP addresses. Let's check out for this Leech Protection here and show you what you can do here. It allows you to prevent users from giving your pictures or downloading or copying your pictures. Here you can pick the folder which should be protected, so that nobody can grab your pictures or PDF documents and use them for their own purposes, so that they remain on your website. It's a pretty useful thing, especially if you're publishing PDF or Word documents or pictures that have copyright on it. Pretty good and useful tools. So here you can check for your SSL status, and additionally you can set up two-factor authentication if you really need to set up your website to be more secure. It's worth setting up two-factor authentication, which means you will get, if you want to log in, you will get a text message, or you can use an app, authenticator app, to log into your website. So next one is the advanced settings. You can create cron jobs, which basically are jobs that are running on a regular base on your web server. You can check your domain name status. You can create your arrow pages again, like we've seen before. But what is also pretty important is the virus scan. So you can manually, and even on a scheduled base, check your emails and your website for viruses. Pretty useful tool. Start a new scan, scan emails, scan the entire home directory, web space, or the file transfer space, so any files that you uploaded. And you can run these scans and it's a pretty useful thing, and you should also do this on a regular basis. Great. So I hope this gave you a little more insight, and let me check if I find. So being back, I hope you liked this insight, this short and quick overview of the web hosting, what you can do with this. If you like to get more information and get more insight, or if you want to set up your own web page, just use my link down below, which is use my link down there, and set up your website. And if you need any support, I will set up the website for you for free. This is a special offer which I'm just giving you for a short period of time, but I really want you to be successful with your website. And I really want you to like IT, and that you see that IT is helping you in your daily life, and this website can help you in your daily life. So if you want your own website and are not sure if you can manage all of these yourself, use my link and sign up, and I will set up the website for you and the server for you, and then you can just enter your content and make your website more successful. So I hope you liked this offer, and thanks very much for joining, and see you soon on one of the next videos. I hope you liked that video, so do yourself a favor and do me a favor and subscribe and hit the bell notification, because this will inform you about new videos.